Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, me and Matt, we're sitting here with Alex Cole. Alex, how you doing tonight?
Great. How are you?
We're good. We're good.
We're
Hey,
good.
so we're going to get right into it. We're going to jump right into it. We see here that you're going to be filming in Fort Lauderdale and Miami, Florida, from October 17th to October 23rd. So have you been filming throughout this, or is this your first time? No. Okay.
No, I've been taking it pretty seriously. But I believe in the testing regulations that we've developed in the industry. So I'm finally comfortable to shoot for other people again. But I did take a few months off. So this will be my first Florida trip. I've taken one other flight to Wisconsin, but it was a pretty empty flight.
Yeah.
And we're getting tested like anywhere from 1 to 2 days.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I know. With actual regular movies, I see a lot of people post that with actual movies they get tested, but they also have to quarantine before they actually step foot onto the set whatsoever. And that it's crazy to think like the way that we're living now, with all that. But it helps out for stuff. It helps out for stuff like this because you're sitting around. It's like, hey, let's do some podcasts and talk about some fucked up stuff.
Totally. No, I love doing interviews and stuff, and it's allowed me to like do more of my own content and stuff because last year I really like packed in the shoots as much as I possibly could. I did like 150 scenes.
Yeah.
We're aware.
Somewhere. That's kind of wild. I know girls who've been in for over a year and they're at like 60 scenes. So I really did the most for the best and worst.
You shot over 200 scenes.
Yeah.
And these are like top shelf studios as well, like Brazzers.
Naughty America, Evil Angel, Girls Way. Yeah,
all the major ones.
I love everybody. I love the big companies and the little ones. Like I just shot for Pantyhose John recently for a foot fetish thing, and then I shot for Missa X, who's incredibly impressive. She's got her own website. She used to be a performer, now she just directs. She's a role model. And then Brazzers. I was ready for a Brazzers scene. I was like, all right, come on, what do I have to do?
Yeah. and everybody, it's funny, like even if people don't even know of porn, they know Brazzers because almost anything with an awkward photo gets that Brazzers logo photoshopped onto it nowadays.
Right.
You bring up Missa X, and one of our previous guests, Kendra James.
Yes.
She worked for Missa X. Why it was, the answer was certain.
Miss X somewhere.
Yeah. And have you worked with Kendra?
I haven't. Kendra, which Kendra?
Kendra James.
I don't think so.
She does a lot of Batwoman and.
Yeah, no, I know her. I know her. It's just I'm really bad at names, but I'm picturing her in her head right now. I definitely know her. I don't think we've worked together ever, which is a shame. But I have that. That's a pattern for me. There's a lot of people I haven't worked with that I've known for a really long time. It's like, why don't we ever have time?
Now, you've only been in the industry for a little bit over a year, correct?
Right.
So, we see that you've done all these scenes. Are there any kind of scenes that you haven't done? Because 200 scenes, you would kind of imagine, hey, she's been through a lot of scenes. She's done almost everything. Is there anything you haven't done yet?
Actually, no. Like, I haven't done any. Let me back it up a little bit, I guess, to be totally honest. I started doing my own stuff February 1st, 2015. So I've been doing like webcam and producing my own videos. I have over 200 of my own. And then I just started doing mainstream porn recently. So that was the one that's just a little over a year, if you don't count the quarantine break.
Yeah.
Which I don't. It's I've done a lot of things because I've done a lot of stuff for my own stuff. Like I did my first DP and threesomes and all that kind of stuff, anal. And I haven't really done any anal or anything for like mainstream companies. I've kept it really vanilla. Like I've done boy, girl fetish, and then also like boy, girl, boy, girl. So like, but I haven't done a gangbang or anything or anything like crazy. I haven't done anal or anything. So it's kind of like I haven't done that much. I'm kind of like draining it dry for the vanilla stuff, and then
Yeah.
I'll slowly work up to the more intense stuff. Because it took me 4 years to work up to more intense stuff on my own.
Yeah.
So I like to move slow.
That's fine. So I do extensive research for most of our female talent when I come on. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And right
meditating
before we went on,
to your
he's like,
job.
I don't think she's done a
Oh,
gangbang.
the
I couldn't
penis.
find one.
I was like, I couldn't find a gangbang. Not that I'm
But the
into-
funny thing is, I have done a gangbang for myself. It's just not. It's
Yeah.
not on camera.
Yeah.
My boyfriend gifted me with a gangbang for my birthday last year. So
Oh, man. Did you imagine, like, he just walks in and be like,
Happy
all these dicks,
No,
these are for
okay,
you.
it was so perfect because we always do a reverse gangbang for his birthday because we both love girls, and so usually we'll invite some friends over and be like, let's all like give each other massages and whatever happens happens. And so for this birthday, he was giving me a massage. He used to be a massage therapist,
Oh, nice.
like 11 years. So I'm holding on to that one. He was giving me a massage, and then he was like, he got my attention somehow, and I looked over, and like 3 of our friends walked in, and one was wearing a Superman costume. So
Oh, nice.
and so we just that was my birthday party last
Nice.
year. So,
And
but it's not on camera. I haven't done a gangbang on camera yet. That's one of the things I haven't done. I haven't done double penetration for like the same hole because I'm pretty small. I don't think I'll be doing that. I did my one DP like vag and anal one time, and I haven't had the urge to do it again. So there's one video of that, and it's on my many vids.
Yeah, that's got to be like every time I see stuff like that, especially when they do, 2 in the same hole, I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure if I could allow my dick and balls to touch another guy's dick and balls. Like
There's a lot of people that really like it, and I'm all about it. And no one's non-consent or anything, so it's like you do you, have fun, good job. That's very impressive. But personally, it's not my thing.
Take all that in one hole.
It's very impressive. Like I know, like Goth Charlotte, she's done multiple. She's a friend of mine, and she's also a Vegas local, and she's done multiple penetrations in one hole. I don't know what she's up to now, but she's gone pretty far. She's kind of like, I'm glad you guys are out there doing this because I can't.
Well, look at it this way: with stuff like that, at least you get to go home to a masseuse. So whatever kind of you take, he can just just go home and he can just work it out.
No, the unfortunate thing is he's also a performer and a director, so like he doesn't have a whole lot of free time. So I have to be like, what do I have to do?
It's like, what do I have to do that I haven't done already? Have you?
And there's nothing. It's just a time issue. So it's like it's not like he's at my beck and call, like I own him or some shit. Like, since you have the ability to do this, you must do this at any time that I require it. Like it's not.
And it says here that when you were younger, you got your obsession with sex started by reading books, magazines, dirty comics, ecchi magna, and hentai. Now, when you were younger, like what age did you start reading that kind of stuff?
Well, I didn't hear my first curse word till I was in 5th grade, so let's start there. And then I quickly went downhill. Never let children hear curse words. It's the beginning of the end. So probably 7th grade, and I was my birthday's June 5th, so it falls funny with the school year. So I was always like a year behind, kinda. So when I was a freshman, I was 14, I guess. But when I graduated, I was 17, so I was like a year back. Okay. But yeah, I guess probably 7th grade. Yeah, that's when I got in with the goth kids, and I found my home. And they all really liked reading these mangas. And I know I don't say that right, but
I don't think I said it right. Actually, what is that? Matt might know because he's more of a sick bastard than what I am. But that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Sick bastard.
Specifically, what are we talking about now?
No, I've never heard of that.
No, the ecchi magna. What exactly is?
So like You can just say hentai. You can just say hentai because ecchi is like the introduction. It's like smut.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
then so like pinups are like more like closer to ecchi, and then hentai it actually means pervert. So it's like any of that straight up porn stuff. So I'm into hentai.
Yeah, I knew the word hentai. I had just never seen the other, and I'm like, man,
Yeah,
like,
ecchi's just like a PG-13 type. Yeah.
gotcha.
So I started there and I worked my way up.
I looked at that for about 5 minutes earlier, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's
what
just ecchi.
does that mean?
So
Now-
I had noticed also you were on another podcast with, I don't know, it might have been a year ago. I'm not sure what the guy's name was, but it was called Porn Stars Are People.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. I listened to it, and then I think you were on there a second time. I listened to that one too on the way.
Yeah. I just did another show with him.
Oh, did you? What was
Yeah.
his name again? If you don't mind me asking.
Hi, I'm so bad with names. I already forgot.
Yeah.
It's a problem because people think I don't give a shit about them, but it's like, no, I give a whole lot of a shit. I just.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm very, very, very bad with names. Now, with you've done a lot of scenes. Is there anybody? Actually, you've done over 200 scenes. Have you done any scenes with your boyfriend?
A lot, yeah. A lot of my own stuff too, and then his site's primalfetish.com, so we're just smattered all over that site. He's overshot me for it. I think he has content for me into 2022, so he won't shoot me again right now. And I'm just like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you sure you don't want more?
I just feel like we could make this movie really good if we add another girl and you don't have to pay her. But so I just need the fans to request me more to prove that they'll buy the videos if he makes them.
And you also have OnlyFans. Is a lot of that on your OnlyFans too, or is that more your individual type stuff that's on your OnlyFans?
So here's how I've been doing the OnlyFans thing, because I have ManyVids and clips for sale, mostly ManyVids. I think just about every video I've ever made is on ManyVids, but some of them are on like I want clips or something because they're more like femdom style. Anyway, so kind of all my videos are on my ManyVids. So if you're looking for a specific video, I would look there first, because how I've been doing the OnlyFans thing is you're paying $5 a month. I'm not changing it. That's just what it's always going to be. And you're getting texting every day and like a couple thousand photos and like 300 videos. And then what I'll do is every now and then I'll take a video off my ManyVids and I'll upload it to everyone for a discount, and that's when I'll send out stuff like that. So if you really want to pick a certain video, check out ManyVids. If you want to wait for a deal that you might like, then OnlyFans.
So. I think I saw that something on your Twitter where it was like, well, as I was scrolling down, it was like clips sold, and then a little further down, it's like clips sold. Is that kind of like what you're talking about? You sell visual clips?
That's ManyVids.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we see too, you're very, very active on Twitter, on social media, and I feel like that's good. You know, you need to keep yourself out there. You know, especially during COVID. You know, there's not much going on. You know, keeping yourself out there. Now, with a lot of the stuff you've done, is there anything you sat there? What was the wildest day that you could remember on set? Like, was there any day that you just went to set, whether you were at home, you know, doing it, you know, doing one of the, you know, your at home ones, or one on an actual set where you were like, man, this is just this is train wrecked quick?
Well, train wrecked is totally different. I don't know. There's a whole lot of things that come to mind. I had 2 4-girl squirting scenes back to back one day. That was a lot. But it was good a lot. Hey, Sam. It was not a bad day. It was just an exhausting day, and I ended up taking a month off after that.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I just need a break, guys. I just need a whole break right now. But I met Peyton Presley there. That was super great. She's sweet. We had a good time, and it's funny because I'm on the DVD and I'm on every photo of the DVD, so it's just my stupid face all over the entire case. And so that's a crazy day. I mean, for my partner's site, we did an alien abduction type video where we got Nathan Bronson and laid him out on a metal table, and it was me, Daisy Stone, and Tiffany Watson, and we were dressed up as aliens, and we were gonna go like mess with him, and he's like, ah! So we go back up, and we're like, okay, I guess we better be hot. So we transform,
Nice.
and there's some crazy shit on there.
Well,
there's a lot of those days.
We've brought up before that we feel like as time goes on, porn gets more and more crazier. Like, we sit there all the time. We're like, just when you think you've seen it all, you sit there and you look and you're like, oh shit, here's something we haven't seen. And for example, you've done a lot of the Wonder Woman, Baroness, Enchantress, and other characters for Primal Fetish.
Yeah.
Is there any other characters that you would want to play?
We've talked about a couple more, but I don't want to give anything away. But I'm pretty satisfied right now. I got to be Raven. I got to be Enchantress. I got to be our very own superhero we made up called Sapphire. I got to have a 3-part series for that, so that was really cool. I was like a scientist with nanobots, all that kind of shit.
Nice.
I had blue hair, so it was very superhero-y.
Nice.
I'm pretty. It's funny now that I've been doing this for like 5, going on 6 years. It's kind of like, what is next? I'm just gonna start doing the stuff I like all over again at this point, which is totally fine. But people are always like, "Oh, what's the thing you haven't done yet?" And it's like, I don't have that right now. I don't have that thing. There's not a goal right now, other than I guess my first filmed gangbang. Eventually, I want to do that, but I'm not in like a rush.
Right. I want to backtrack just for a second because you said Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Now I did come across a little clip of you dressed as Wonder Woman, and somebody was holding you back. I don't know who that was. And the other guy was Ares, and it seemed like he was electrocuting your vagina.
The other guy is my boyfriend, and that's Eros and Ares, and that's a custom video we actually did. That was really cool.
Nice,
okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
I saw that, and just by the sound of it, I was like, I need to pull that and use that for a sound file. Because he's just like, feel my power. And then, and I'm like, that would be a great sound file to just randomly drop somewhere.
Totally. Yes. Totally.
And with that, have you done any porn parodies? That's a big thing.
I did a Family Guy.
Did you do that with Lauren Phillips by any chance?
I did. It was with Lauren Phillips and Johnny Castle and Ryan King and I was Meg.
Yeah, we had Lauren Phillips on not that long ago. She was pretty cool.
Yeah, she was.
I've known Lauren for a few years. She's great.
Yeah, she was talking about that movie, and that's I saw the scene. And I was like, that looks like the same movie Lauren was in, because she's just out there. She's just like, yeah, I fucked my son and the dog, and I was like, yeah. And is there any porn?
James, sorry, I knew I was forgetting somebody. Jesus.
Is there any porn parody that you would want to do? Is there anything like TV show, anything like that you can come to mind that you would be like, man, I would love to do that as a parody? We've gotten all kinds of answers from this. We've gotten Boogie Nights. We've gotten Carnival Row.
Only all of them. But right now, what comes to mind is I know Axel Braun is coming out with his new movie. He's doing a casting, and I'm waiting for him to do that Huntress casting because I want it. I want it so bad. Because we've actually been talking about me being Huntress. I have a Huntress costume even, and so it's like. That'd be really nice. I would totally do the Axel Braun Huntress part for his upcoming thing if I get the chance. Please, porn god. And then what's the other one? I've always wanted to do a High School of the Dead cosplay because there's I think her name's Psycho. There's an anime called High School of the Dead, and it's extremely fan servicey. It's the most raunchy zombie anime I've ever seen ever. There's a scene where one of the girls like dodges a bullet with her tits and they just go, "Whoo."
Is it kind of like Matrix? Kind of like it's just cool.
It's just like the Matrix, but with tits. And it's just like it's so perfect. And there's a character in that one. She has a sword and she's a bitch, and I really want to cosplay her because we both have black hair. But yeah, I highly recommend people watch High School of the Dead. Although I'll let you know I'm setting you up for failure because they never made the second season and it ends on a cliffhanger, and so that sucks. But it's worth it.
Have any of those costumes given you any issues? Like, have you put on one of those costumes and you're just kind of like, oh, what the fuck? This is gonna
all
suck.
the time. Oh yeah, definitely every time I try on a costume. But we have a really good tailor here in town in Vegas, and he takes care of it for us. He's super nice. He knows what it's for and everything. He's just like, yeah.
Now, is there any odd spots where you've had to film? Like, for example, I know a lot of the movies are shot in California. Are there any other just random oddball states where you filmed and it's just kind of like, man, I didn't know that porn studio even existed out here?
Yeah, not really. I mean, I guess when I shot with Missa in Wisconsin, but that wasn't even that weird. I'm not really, I don't know. Not many things strike me as weird. So I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Well,
I
you
shot
said
porn in
Wisconsin.
Utah. I shot porn in Utah, and I know there's a lot of Mormons in Utah, so sorry about that, guys. We shot that while we were camping. We did a fairy threesome video, and let's see, mind control, lost in the woods threesome. So that was fun.
You gotta wonder if the Mormons ever stumble upon that.
Sure.
Well, what thought will be going through their head? Especially, just imagine if it's one of those movies where you're dressed up like something, you're doing the whole zombie thing, and they just see you just getting pounded, and they're just kind of like, what in the hell is happening right now?
Damn kids, stay in your own desert.
And you have a bunch of award nominations also.
What?
Yeah, we see that you've scored multiple AVN, Spank Bang, and Cammy Award nominations, and you won Crossover Cam and Porn Performer of the Year in the 2020 Cammy Awards.
And you're also a hand job heroine.
What's that?
A hand job heroine.
I was nominated for that, right? Or did I win that?
It says that you won that.
So, oops.
Yeah.
Well, yay.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. When you get those awards, I've always sat there and I've always thought that the awards should reflect what you want. Like if you win like a hand job award, it should just be a hand on a dick, just going nuts, and you're just like, someone comes.
They're all pretty like
job award. They're
all pretty like normal shaped from what I've seen. Like I really liked how the Pornhub awards were shaped this past time. They were. Did you guys see them? They were orange and they had like it was like a molecular structure.
Really?
Yeah, check it out. They're kind of neat. But they're Nickelodeon orange, so it just totally made me think of the Nickelodeon awards. But I liked it. I liked that about it. No, I just got my Cammy Award crossover performer thing in the mail, and it's a glass cube.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nonchalant,
I appreciate awards that look different. Like as you mentioned, Nickelodeon, they had the blimp. So you sit there and you get awarded. It's a blimp award. You're like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. And then MTV has the Moon Man, and it's like with porn, it's just like, some of those you're just kind of like, man, this is porn. If someone wins best rack, it should be, a trophy of just a big ass rack just on the trophy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I am definitely not an award designer, so.
Yeah, I also hear you are a professional dirty talker. I don't really know exactly what that is, but I was scrolling through one of these quotes that you had said, and one of them said, "Bang my cervix like it owes you money." Now, I don't know about if I was in the middle of sex with my partner and she said that, I probably would just laugh the whole time.
Is that the recent one? I think I said, I'm talking shit while you bang my cervix while it owes you money.
There you go.
Because that's important context. It's not just like me telling you to do it. It's like, hey, here's a clip. Because it was a retweet of a GIF from a scene I did with Robbie Echo in the early days. And he's like going hard, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't remember, but I was just like talking mad shit, just staring him in the eye. So that's what that was. It's just like, hey, just here's a gif of me doing the thing, talking mad shit.
What do you think is probably the most shit you have talked? Like, what is there anything that stands out quote wise that you just sat there, you just stared somebody just straight in their eyes, and you're just like, I'm gonna rock this motherfucker's world with what I'm about to just say.
I don't remember a lot of the stuff I say. It's not at all planned, and it's very like, bleh, like it's
like word vomit.
Yeah.
I even get nervous. I even get nervous sometimes before I don't like to do Skype shows. I get asked to do a lot of Skype shows, and I don't like doing them, so I usually just don't.
Yeah.
Because that's my main advice to anybody in the industry. Don't do anything that you don't like to do. There's no point. So I just don't. But if I do one, I'll get super nervous right before, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to say. Like I don't. And then as soon as I'm in, it's like something shifts, and I'm a whole different person, and I'm like, here's exactly what to say. And I think I'm good at dirty talk because, like y'all talked about earlier, I was super into like learning about sex and stuff when I was young, and I would go on those online cyber sex rooms, online cyber sex chat room things, and just practice.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
sex with anybody, just like, hey, what are you into? Explain that to me. Why do you like that? Tell me more. What's this? Like, why is it better if I say it this way instead of that way?
I can imagine you being one of those chat rooms back in the day when we all had dial-up internet.
Yeah, the AOL chat rooms. And she's just in there like, you know, good, dirty slut motherfucker. And it's just kind of like, what? And back to what
she would have been in 7th grade, though.
No, I didn't start
What
doing
does that mean, you dirty whore slut?
I totally did that in high school on the school computers, though.
Oh, that's
man.
great. So
those,
I'm guessing
those blocks don't do shit.
Could you imagine if they ever pulled up, like if they somehow had a log or a history of those computers, and they somehow found all that shit, and they just look and they're like,
yep, she's going to be a future porn star.
Hooray!
Yeah. And they sit there and they say that, and their kid's like, yeah, I know, that's Alex Cole.
I've had a few of my classmates figure me out, so that's happened.
I'm sure those teachers has probably figured you out too.
Not that I know of. I'm pretty low key. I don't know.
And back to what Matt said a little bit ago, have you ever sat there and dirty talked, and you're sitting there and the guy just laughs, just literally just character broken, just starts laughing hysterically at what you said?
Not really. I mean, I'm sure I've done that. I've definitely done that on set. I can't remember any of them though. That's the thing. It's like you got to watch the videos because even I forget it right after.
Yeah,
I'm like, I said that. That is funny.
Yeah, I've actually watched one of your behind the scenes videos. I don't remember who it was with, but yeah, it was pretty funny. You guys look like you're just having some fun, really. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What you should do is you should start doing it, just thinking of just random fucked up stuff, and see who you can make laugh first, and just do it. Just be like, all right, look.
Well, I've never made anybody laugh with my dirty talk because my dirty talk, I'm very serious about it. I'm just like, I'm in the zone. But I've definitely made people laugh with ad-lib talk on set, and I know I had one recently, and it was super funny, and now I can't fucking remember it for anything because I'm on the spot here on Facebook. I've never even had a Facebook, so it's kind of weird to be on Facebook. Like I tried making one for Alex Cole, but it didn't. I hated it. I didn't keep up with it, so I'm not familiar with Facebook at all.
Yeah, a lot of people hate Facebook. Facebook is a very, very hated site, and I think what it is if you sneeze the wrong way, they will send you a flag on Facebook, and you're just kind of like, what the fuck's happening right here? So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to take a commercial break, and then we'll be right back with Alex Cole. All right, that's it. Normally we just do that. Boom, boom, boom.
Mhm.
All right, Alex. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna come right back right here.
Yep.
All right. So
All
we're
right.
back. We're back with the Happy Hour podcast. We're here with Alex Cole, and what we're gonna do is we are gonna get. We played 2 games. I'm not sure if Erica told you, but we played 2 games with our guests. I don't know. If
I don't know shit.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know if
we
you've ever
played
played
games.
Cards Against Humanity,
Yes.
and then the other is Never Have I Ever. So
Ooh.
yeah. So and normally the way Never Have I Ever works, what we'll do is we'll sit there and we'll say it, and if you've done it, just if you feel like giving us the backstory to it, cool.
Mhm.
If not, that's fine too. And I guess Matt, do you want to go ahead and do the Never Have I Ever, and then I'll go and do the Cards Against Humanity?
Sure, I'll do that. This is what I was going to read.
Yeah.
Hit me
Okay.
with the
Never have I ever seriously tried to communicate with my pet to see if I could.
No, I've done that.
I mean, I've done that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think everybody has done that.
I think, and mind you, these are just
Sorry.
randomly grab a card out of the box,
Yeah.
and
For
that's
sure,
what it's
for
gonna
sure.
be. So, and yeah, I think all of us have done it. I think my wife
Yeah.
actually would love it if our dogs could talk
Oh my
and
god,
just
yeah.
tell her, how much they love her because they never come over to me. They only sit on her lap.
Well,
And,
see, I've done this, and I don't really promote drugs too much on the show, but I think I tried doing that one
Well,
time when I was
why?
stoned, and
Why not?
I was talking to my dog, and I have like 2 Siberian Huskies.
Oh.
I remember being stoned off my rockers
Yeah.
and had a full length conversation with them, and they just kind of stared at me,
yeah.
But I thought they knew what I was talking about. Fully, like, yeah.
I definitely talk to my cats, but my cats are pretty fucking smart. They're kind of like dogs, like they know commands and stuff, and they talk back if they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
So
Nice.
like, I'll be like, they know clapping is bad, so I'll be like, clap, and it's like, get down, and they'll go, like don't back talk me, and then they'll look at me and go, oh. So it's like you've got like I feel like anybody who's like close to their pet has like a little conversations like that.
My dog's
All right, next one. That is softball.
All right, so this one, we're going to get into the Cards Against Humanity. So I'm going to read off the black card, and then I'll give you 6 options from the white cards.
Okay.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Casey? This is the 3rd time you've been sent to the principal's office for blank. Option number 1, an ugly face. Option number 2, 10 incredible facts about the anus. Option number 3, statistically validated stereotypes. Option number 4, basic human decency.
You gotta say it right.
Option number 5, these nuts. And option number 6, not wearing pants.
I'm gonna say the one that makes the most sense is not wearing pants. It's a thing that you would actually be sent to the office for.
Yeah. So
It makes sense.
You don't think what is it? Being sent to the office for 10 incredible facts about the anus? Like
I don't know. I guess I don't like that it's not structured well as a sentence.
Yeah.
If you're in biology and you're talking about the anus, I mean,
Could you
I'm gonna go with pants. That's just me. I don't know. I'm boring. I'm just like, that makes sense.
Oh no. See,
that's not boring.
That's the unique thing with Cards Against Humanity
awesome.
is we play with everybody, and I always sit there and I go, okay, you make it through a round or 2, and then you read who you're playing with. You're just kind of like, all right, that person's always going to pick the fucked up card. That person's going to pick something that makes sense. And it makes it easy. So it's actually kind of a strategy with it. And just imagine that though. You get sent to the office for 10 incredible facts about the anus. Could you imagine that? Hey, Jeremy, have I ever told you 10 incredible facts about the anus?
Yeah, I think I'm just I'm the super literal person because I'm like, well, what did you do with 10 incredible facts? Like, it's just, you didn't get sent to the office because there are 10 incredible facts. Like, I just don't like the sentence structure. I don't know. That's so stupid, but that's totally the reason.
And it's actually hilarious. We're on Facebook Live so people can comment and interact. And one of our friends is named KC. And when I say Casey, he was like, LOL, thought he was talking to me.
Nice. I wish I could see the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about yourself now, Casey?
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking about your anus.
Yeah, yeah.
Find your pants.
Yeah. Oh man. So what do you see in the future? What do you think the future for Alex Cole is in the porn industry? What is it that you want to do, and put it this way, where do you see yourself in a year? You're already up for all these awards.
I mean,
You've
200
already
more
done,
scenes. You gotta get 200. You gotta double that. 400.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I guess I'm probably gonna shoot a fuck ton more scenes. I plan on, so I started camming and doing my own content when I was 23. I'm 29. I'm getting older, so I know for a fact like there's limitations. I'm in an appearance-based industry, and I'm a pussy who can't handle needles, so I don't get Botox or any kind of anything. I don't even have my ears pierced. So I'm going to age just the same as anybody else, and so it's, I'm gonna perform and I'm gonna cam as long as people give a fuck and want to watch, and as long as I can support myself that way. Um, and yeah, and I really love talking to people online and stuff like that. So I feel like in a year, I think in a year, it's there's no question I'll still be performing and camming and making my own content. I would say in 5 years, I'd say the same. I'd say in 10 years, I'd say the same. Although I may be doing more camera work at that point. I've dabbled with PAing and doing camera work and directing, and I really enjoy all of it. So I think there's absolutely a future for me in the industry, and I'll be around until it doesn't make sense to be around anymore. So that's the plan. I'm frugal. I invest a lot. So like I bought my house a few years ago. I'm planning for my future. I also have a college degree, so there's other stuff that I can go and do if I want to, but this is what I want to fucking do. So why would I do anything else? Like, it's not like I should like grow up at some point and go do like a boring job. I'm not gonna do that. If I can be here doing this, I'm not gonna go do that.
Right. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like a lot of the female talent we have on here, they have college degrees. I believe one of them used to be a nurse. Yeah, she used to be a nurse, a realtor, like a lot of things.
Wow.
So,
what do you think you would actually be if you weren't in porn today? What would you be doing today if you weren't in porn?
Probably what I went to school for. The only reason I don't like to say what is everybody knows I grew up in Vegas and everything. I've been very like open book about my whole life because I never thought it would be like a big deal that I was. So now that this many people know stuff like that, and I've had a couple little stalker issues and things, I don't really like give any more information out. Right. So like since everyone knows I grew up here, there aren't very many college options. So it'd be too easy to figure me out. So I don't talk about it, which sucks because I'm passionate about it, and I still donate to like a lot of things that are connected to what I would have been doing. And I could still go do that. I could go do that tomorrow if I wanted to. But I don't want to. I kind of like, and I do have goals. Like I'm big into art. I was an artist, custom art, like orders and stuff right before this. And I want to do like art scholarships for kids and stuff here in Vegas. So there's goals like that, but I don't think there's going to be a career change for the next 5 years. What's that?
I can tell by the art in the background.
Yeah, no, that's just a cheap Amazon tapestry.
Well, I thought it was a painting there for a second, and then I just recently saw it blow in the wind a little bit, and I was, oh, that's not a fucking painting. It's a tapestry of some kind. I thought it was just a painting on the wall.
No, I really like them, and I'm remodeling right now because I want to be able to shoot in my house more. So I've just got a bunch of tapestries on the walls until we can get our shit together here.
And I heard you 100% when you said you didn't like needles. I was one of those kids. I grew up, I had to get a bunch of allergy shots when I was a kid, and they would do like 12 on each arm, and it sucked. And it's stupid because a lot of people think that it's ironic because my arms are full of tattoos. I got tattoos on my legs, and I'm like, but you see, that's different. Yeah, you know, that's just kind of like a pen, blah, 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 blah. meanwhile, a long needle that's going into you. I think the worst I ever had, I had to get 12 staples in the back of my head.
Ugh.
I was in a wrestling match, ladder fell over, hit me in the back of the head, split me completely open, and they took 2 needles that were like that long and right into the back of my skull.
Why do you hate me?
Numb it. Yeah, numb it. And it was weird because I'm laying there and all I hear is the staples just into my head. I'm just laying there looking at my wife like, well, at least I don't feel these staples going into my head. And then it gets better. I know it seems like you're kind of getting grossed out. I never went back to have the staples pulled out. I just went to one of my friend's house. And I was like, okay, look, this is healed up. Can you pull these staples out? So they took a pair of needle nose pliers and just ripped them out themselves. Yeah. So.
Oh man.
Have you ever got injured before?
What?
Have you ever got injured before in any of your scenes?
Yeah, I just wanted to say I hate everything about that story. Oh man, I hate everything about that. So I busted my chin open. I had to get 6 stitches, and the hospital we ended up going to was like an hour and a half away. So that was fun. And I have a high tolerance for a lot of things: alcohol, edibles, like painkillers, stuff like that. So they gave me as much as they possibly could, and I still felt everything. Until finally I was like, just fucking sew me up, please. It's only 6 stitches. You've already stuck me with so many needles. Just fucking get it over with.
Yeah, and that's the thing,
I
too.
have on lidocaine cream to go get tested. And we get tested every 14 days. So I buy the 5% lidocaine cream and I put it on. Well, you wash, pat dry, put it on. 30 minutes later, take it off, wash, pat dry, put it on again. And you do that 3 times. And I have to do that every time I go get tested so that I can make porn for you.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it. Yeah. Your fans
fucking better.
It's funny because you brought up the stitches, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, man, like, she had to get the needle in, out, in, out, in, out. I had to get some right here above my eye. I got busted open, and it was open. And at the time, I did pro wrestling, so I wore a mask at the time. So the mask pretty much kept it closed until I finished. And I knew I was bleeding. I felt the blood in my eye, and I took the mask off. And the second I took the mask off, it just like that, and just all the way down. And the hospital, I'm sure they're still pissed because at the time I didn't have insurance. So I just went there and I was like, hey, my name's this, and this. And they stitched me up, sent me home, and yeah, that was that. So, and
you're admitting this online.
one of our viewers, John, he said he will always watch you. So I don't know if he's saying that as if he will always watch your videos, or if he's always going to watch you.
Hi, John.
Yeah. And also
right here, that's the joke.
And also KC, he said he was finally able to read your shirt. LOL, it's awesome.
Oh yeah. Today's problems are brought to you by the letters FU.
Yeah, those shirts I love that shirts like that made a comeback because they're awesome. I love a lot of the horror.
They're like the little books that you read when you were a kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another one with the ring girl coming out of a well.
Oh yeah. I like a lot of. They had a couple with Michael Myers that are pretty good.
Yeah. So. I like all of them. I just want all of them, but then I'd have just 50 of these in a row in my closet. For no reason.
I am bad with shirts. I kind of collect t-shirts. I have 2 closets. One closet dedicated to jerseys and sports shirts, and then the other is just everything else. And my wife's just kind of like, will you ever get rid of any of these shirts? And I'm like, well, I don't wash them. I take very good care of them, and I'm very OCD about it. I will not wear another one until I've worn, all of them that are in the closet.
It's like an old band shirt. You don't ever.
Since you're wearing them, I think it's fine.
Yeah. And John verified. He said your videos.
But I can see, like, it's just so much space.
Yeah.
But I'm super bad. I'm a hoarder. Like, I have poor kid mentality. When I was growing up, we didn't have a whole lot. So, like, it's that, like, well, I might need it later, so I can't let go of any of it.
Yeah.
So,
John said that he met you at AVN several times.
Yeah, probably.
So,
but
I've been to several, yes.
And speaking of AVN, I'm not sure if we brought it up earlier, but you're nominated for the AVN newest hottest starlet, the hottest newcomer.
Yeah.
And
I'm a starlet person thing.
And what do you know with AVN? Are they going to actually do the awards this year? Like,
I don't know shit. I don't know. You know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It's crazy the way it works, but I kind of liked the way that MTV approached it with the way that they did their award show. And I mean, right now we live in an era just like how we're talking right now, like this. We live in an era where they can do it, and you know, whatever it airs on, it airs on. The only thing is what sucks is it kind of sucks for the fans who always come out to that kind of stuff. And you know, so what's the expo? That's always in New Jersey. I can't remember.
I do feel bad for like the winners too, and the people who would have been the presenters and stuff. Like it's just kind of like, it sucks for everybody, but it's the greater good. Like I don't mind it, but it does suck for everybody.
Exotica. That's what I was thinking of. Have you been to Exotica Expos?
She has been to many. I know
all of them.
Now, with Exotica, is that before AVN or is that just a random date every year when they do that expo?
They're not random. So AVN's usually in like what, February?
Okay.
Something like that. And then in the January, February, March area, I think it's February. And then Exotica's after that. So
Okay, cool. I wasn't sure.
I think November, October is like Jersey.
Cool. All right, and is there is there anything that you want to plug before we let you go to all the people watching and the people that are going to be listening in about a week or so when this airs on all of our podcast networks?
I hope everybody's just doing fine and staying safe. And if you want to find any of my stuff, I made it easy. You can go to allmylinks.com/ALEXXXCOAL. So all my links are on allmylinks.com/AlexCole with 3 X's. So that's all that.
All right, Alex, we're going to go ahead and end our Facebook Live, and we'll be talking to you.
I bet. Let's do it.